Hello everyone. So here in this problem we have to find out partial fraction of x square plus 7x minus 6 upon x minus 1 into 2x minus 1. Now before starting with the partial fraction, if you will observe the given fraction, then here the degree of numerator is 2 as well as the degree of denominator is also 2, because if you will multiply this x with 2x, you will get 2x square, hence the degree becomes 2. So whenever the degree of numerator is equal to degree of denominator, we say it is improper fraction. So for improper fractions we cannot find out partial fractions directly. So first of all we have to convert that improper fraction into proper fraction to get the partial fraction. Now for that I will convert that improper fraction into proper fraction by using the method of division, and for that I will divide the polynomial in the numerator with the polynomial in the denominator. So I will perform the division. So the given fraction I will rewrite it is x square plus 7x minus 6, and if we will multiply these two brackets we will get x into 2x, that is 2x square, x into minus 1, that is minus x, minus 1 into 2x, that is minus 2x, and minus 1 minus 1, that is plus 1. It means it will become x square plus 7x minus 6 upon 2x square minus 3x plus 1. So now we will divide this polynomial in the numerator with the polynomial in the denominator. So let us start with that. So now the polynomial in the numerator is x square plus 7x minus 6, which we call as dividend. So this is the dividend of our division. Next, the polynomial in the denominator is 2x square minus 3x plus 1, which is nothing but the divisor of our division. So this is the divisor. Now to perform the division of polynomials, we start with the first term of dividend and the first term of divisor. So we will divide the first term of dividend with the first term of divisor. So here the first term of dividend is x square and the first term of divisor is 2x square. So by dividing this we will get 1 by 2. So that 1 by 2 is our quotient. So here I will write it down. It is 1 by 2. Now we will multiply the whole divisor with the quotient. So let us multiply. So 1 by 2 into 2x square will give us x square, because this 2 and 2 will be cancelled. Next 1 by 2 into minus 3x is minus 3 by 2x, and 1 by 2 into 1 is plus 1 by 2. Next we will perform the subtraction. So when we subtract two polynomials, the sign of second polynomial changes. So x square will become minus x square, this minus 3 by 2x will become plus 3 by 2x, and this plus half will become minus half. So x square minus x square cancelled. Here we have 7x plus 3 by 2x. Let us perform it here. So 7x plus 3x by 2. So it will give us 2 into 7x, that is 14x plus 3x upon 2, that is 17x upon 2. So here I will write it down. So it will become 17x upon 2. Next here we have minus 6 and minus 1 by 2. So that will become minus 6 minus 1 by 2 is equal to minus of 12 minus 1 upon 2. So that will become minus 13 upon 2. So minus 13 upon 2. Now we will stop the division process over here, because the degree of dividend, this new dividend, is less than the degree of divisor. So we will stop the division process over here. So here we got the quotient as 1 by 2 and we got the remainder as 17x by 2 minus 13 by 2. And now we will represent the given polynomial in the form quotient plus remainder upon divisor. So therefore here we will get x square plus 7x minus 6 upon 2x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to, so first of all we will write down the quotient. The quotient is 1 by 2 plus remainder, so the remainder is 17x upon 2 minus 13 upon 2 whole upon, this is divisor, so the divisor is 2x square minus 3x plus 1. And now if you will observe, then this fraction is a proper fraction because the degree of numerator is 1 and the degree of denominator is 2. So when degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator, it is a proper fraction, and for that we can perform the partial fraction. So here I will perform partial fraction for this fraction and then I will substitute that value over here to get the final answer. So we will first of all write down this fraction in proper format. So you can observe that we have the 2 in the denominator of 2 terms, which I can take common, I will send it in the denominator. So this will become is equal to 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2, again a term that I am taking common from 17x upon 2 minus 13 upon 2. So we will get 17x minus 13 in the numerator. So 17x minus 13 upon, in the denominator we have 2x square minus 3x plus 1, and we got this term by multiplying these two brackets. So instead of 2x square minus 3x plus 1, I will write down these two brackets. So these brackets are x minus 1 and 2x minus 1. On the left hand side we have the term x square plus 7x minus 6, and in the denominator instead of 2x square minus 3x plus 1 we will write down the two brackets because this polynomial is a multiplication of these two factors. So we will get x square plus 7x minus 6 upon x minus 1 and 2x minus 1. Now we will perform the partial fraction for this bracket. So here I will say by partial fraction we will get 17x minus 13 upon x minus 1 2x minus 1 as a upon x minus 1 plus b upon 2x minus 1, because x minus 1 and 2x minus 1 both are linear factors. Now we will say this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2, and by solving equation number 2 we will get the partial fraction of this term, which is nothing but the bracket of our equation 1. So by substituting this value in equation number 1 we can get the final answer. So now on the right hand side we will perform the LCM. So we will multiply a with 2x minus 1, b with x minus 1 and x minus 1 with 2x minus 1. So therefore we will get a into 2x minus 1 plus b into x minus 1 upon x minus 1 into 2x minus 1, and here we have 17x minus 13 upon x minus 1 2x minus 1. So now from both sides we can cancel x minus 1 as well as 2x minus 1, and we will get 17x minus 13 equal to a into 2x minus 1 plus b into x minus 1, and I will say this as equation number 3. And now we will substitute different values of x in equation number 3 to get the value of a and b, and we'll substitute that value of a and b in equation number 2 to get the partial fraction, and we'll substitute that answer in equation 1 to get the final answer. So to get the value of a and b, we will use the hint, and that hint is nothing but whenever we want to find value of a, we assume the denominator of a as 0. So here the denominator of a is x minus 1, we'll assume it as 0. So it will give us x as 1. So now in equation number 3, I will substitute x as 1 so that I will get value of a. So here I will say substituting x equal to 1 in equation number 3, we will get 17 into 1 minus 13 equal to a into 2 into 1 minus 1, because value of x is 1, and here we will get 1 minus 1 0, that is second term is 0. So here we will get 17 into 1 17 minus 13, so this will give us 4 equal to 2 into 1 is 2 minus 1 is 1, so 1 into a is a. So therefore the value of a we got as 4. Now similarly, to get value of b, we will assume the denominator of b as 0. So here the denominator of b is 2x minus 1. If we will assume it 0, then we will get 2x equal to 1 or x equal to 1 by 2. So now we will substitute x equal to 1 by 2 in this third equation to get the value of b. So therefore I will say substituting x equal to 1 by 2 in equation number 3. So equation number 3 will become 17x. So here we have 17x minus 13. So x is 1 by 2. So that will become 17 into 1 by 2 minus 13 equal to, here it will become 2 into x. So x is 1 by 2. So when we will substitute 1 by 2, that 2 and 2 will be cancelled, we will get 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So the first term will become 0. So we won't consider it. For second term we will get b into 1 by 2 minus 1. So b into 1 by 2 minus 1. Now this will give us 17 by 2 minus 13 is equal to, by cross multiplication here we will get 1 minus 2 upon 2. Here we will get 17 minus 26 upon 2 is equal to b into minus 1 by 2. Now we can cancel 2 from both sides. Now this 17 minus 26 will give us minus 9, and this will become minus b, and therefore the value of b is equal to 9. So we got value of b as 9 and value of a as 4. So we will substitute these two values in equation 2 to get the partial fraction. So here I will say substituting values of a and b in equation number 2. So we will get 17x minus 13 upon x minus 1 2x minus 1 equal to, so here we have a upon x minus 1, that will become 4 upon x minus 1, and b upon 2x minus 1 will become 9 upon 2x minus 1. So that is 4 upon x minus 1 plus 9 upon 2x minus 1. So here we got the partial fraction of this, but we want to substitute this partial fraction in equation number 1, because this term we got from equation number 1. So now I will substitute that answer in equation number 1. So this will become 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, and here in the bracket we will substitute this value. So here I will say from equation number 1 we will get x square plus 7x minus 6 upon x minus 1 2x minus 1 as 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 and in the bracket we will substitute 4 upon x minus 1 plus 9 upon 2x minus 1, and this is the partial fraction of given fraction. Thank you.